And I'm excited. I want to see more of this story, man.
One last thing I want to say about the customization menu. I like the UI is extremely clean. It's just very easy to access. It's brilliant, and I really, really love it. It's perfect.
No, the adjustment into the RE engine is a huge improvement.
Need to catch up to V. Fast.
See, now it was kind of worth it for me to not review DMC5, which I know a few people were upset about, but I really wanted to walk into this blind with Brenton, and so I'm very glad that I did that now.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
This is an amazing game. Holy crap.
So worth the wait. I know, even after this is all done, it's not like you can't review it. It's just...
No, I could.
You definitely could. It's just not going to, like, happen right away.
Well, and as my channel, as my viewers on the channel have kind of gotten to realize, like, reviews are kind of changing on the channel. I know that, you know, it's I'm popping balloons. I love this engine. I've been making a lot of changes to the channel, and one of those is just simply that I love doing reviews, but I'm not trying to be like a stereotypical reviewer that's only looking to get onto the major game sites to review, because that's not what I want to do. Like, I've made it very clear on another video, I'm not a journalist. I don't consider myself one. I was just giving another perspective, since a lot of mainstream games, I don't necessarily agree. I don't think they're 10s out of 10s.
No, not like they definitely are not.
No.
Like, for example,
well, you just barely kind of pointed out, like, Bethesda makes a ton of crappy ass mistakes, but if you looked at the gaming review sites, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. They literally all take that viewpoint.
I know, and I think it's simply because it's like, oh, it's Bethesda, they can't do anything wrong. Well, yeah. You could see the same for Nintendo, and they've done plenty wrong.
Sure.
And I love Nintendo, and I go back to Nintendo because they have because for every miss, they have a hit. Like, for example, Super Mario Maker 2, they've taken a lot of good that came from the first game, and they made a lot of improvements with also a couple of misses. I'm not gonna lie, they've made some decisions that were probably not the best, but I'm still super excited for Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that game because they finally added in the 3D world engine.
Yeah, and I like how two players can make a level at the same time.
Okay, I hate to interrupt you again, Brenton, but I have to bring this up too. So the ranks have changed in every game, and one that I really loved from the reboot of Devil May Cry DMC was the S rank. Instead of being stylish or sassy or things like that, it was straight up written as Savage. And whenever you would get it, you would have this voice over that would happen in the background going, Savage! And guess what the S rank is on this one, and guess what happened?
Wait, was it the same thing?
Yep, Savage! Well, no, it was a new kind of, I think it was like Savage. But I loved the idea of that being Savage instead of stylish.
Well, I totally was talking over it, but I love that too.
Oh, yeah.
I think for a hack and slash genre, I think Savage is such a more appropriate choice of word.
It is.
Because, I mean,
stylish makes sense in the Devil May Cry context,
but sassy doesn't make sense at all. No. I feel it's almost too inappropriate for a game like this.
No, because Savage just kind of gives that essence of being elite at the game.
Yes.
And that's what an S rank should really be. And a lot of the ranks I've actually seen, so B is badass, C is crazy. Crazy is, that's usually been like the C ranking in these. But I love badass, and the A was apocalyptic. I love that.
That is so appropriate for what's going on right now.
It is. Oh, dude. And they have clusters of green orbs. And this is another thing I love from later Devil May Cry games. If your health bar is full, then your green orbs get converted to red orbs.
Ooh.
I love that. Okay, let's go this way. I think
so many good so many like good little things that they changed.
So many quality of life changes to the Devil May Cry series. I'm so glad that this is back and in this way. And please, Capcom, don't hesitate to make that Onimusha. I would love that. Speaking of Onimusha, that's actually another game that we are considering doing.
Yes, it is.
I'm a little worried about Brinton doing it, but we'll see how he do, and we'll see how he does.
I'll just bring a bucket. I'll bring some Gatorade.
I'll bring up a tin bowl, and that'll help.
And I'll bring my own snacks, and we'll be fine.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, and actually, I should point out that actually won't technically be a Geek News game night. As me and Alex have decided it's been long enough, it's time for you to cross over into the Drak and Shadow universe.
Yeah.
So
BVP Gaming is being featured in a Drak and Shadow Let's Play.
damn straight. And that's actually one of the bigger complaints that we've gotten on Drak and Shadow is like, you guys do collaborate. I'm like, we're busy collaborating on each other's channels.
Oh my gosh, I've seen other YouTube channels similar to Drak and Shadow collaborate with other channels, but then it's like, too many people. How do you get that to work properly?
A lot of the problems that we have is a lot of the people that want to collaborate with us, and it's not that we don't love you guys. We want to be able to do it, but we'd have to collaborate with you via Discord, and that just doesn't seem like something we want to do. Because what happens if we have lag in the middle of the recording session?
Yeah, that... And then I can't even begin to imagine what editing would look like.
Yeah. Well, because I'd have no way to record their audio.
They would have to record it themselves and make sure that they get it over to you in an extremely timely fashion.
Yeah, which is actually something that I'm working on. So I've kind of spoiled this on other playthroughs, but I'm looking to basically make a separate PC that is going to be like a podcast PC.
Ooh, that is so smart.
It would actually allow for me to do what are called virtual audio cables that allow for me to record everybody, not just myself, but also have them in isolated tracks.
That is so cool.
Well, it would also
I didn't
just
know
be,
you could do that.
It also would just be really helpful to me. It's really complex, but you can do it. It's kind of how like radio stations will record phone calls.
Oh, that's how it works.
So
okay.
At that point, the reason that I haven't done it is because it's really complex, and I already have my PC built the way it is, and I've actually tried to do that setup on the PC that we're recording on.
Yeah.
The problem is it messes around with the gameplay stuff.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so we have to find some kind of workaround to be able to do that. But yeah, it's not we're not ignoring you guys. We'd love to do it, but we have no idea how we would make that work.
Do you have my husband's contact information? Yeah.
I have him on Facebook.
Well, he's not on Facebook anymore.
Oh, he's not? Okay, then I don't have him anymore.
Here, let me pass you his digits after this, because I'm sure that he would be happy to help you build another computer.
Well, and I've also got so last year I did a podcast with Lita Kino about Gundam 00, and I actually got to meet a guy who also is a podcaster, and he has that set up, and so he's kind of offered to help me kind of figure out the details.
Oh, great!
So that I can get that done. Which is very helpful to me because I was really getting frustrated with it. Because that was one of the added advantages of recording in that college radio station is I had everybody there. So I had to, when I recorded that, there was very little editing to do because it was on good mics and everybody was leveled out properly.
I think that's going to greatly lower the amount of time that you take for editing Geek News,
which would be very, very helpful because I put a lot of effort into editing and recording those podcasts, and anything that could cut down on time would be extremely helpful. That's kind of the reason why we have podcasts coming out late.
Looks like I'm gonna make it there before you do, V.
I totally forgot that we were meeting up with him.
Yeah, no, really. And apparently he's playable in this game.
Oh, really?
Because one of the trailers I'm aware of was a V trailer. That's how I know the character. Well, I know the character's name because of the pre-order jackets.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there was a trailer for him to showcase how he's going to play into it.
Ew, this is so gross.
Okay, well, Nidhogg hatchling. Okay, well, I guess we're keeping it. Congratulations, Nero. You're a dad.
I think it's for those. Like,
could be.
yeah, so you take those hatchlings, and it was saying it's like you just attach it to those exposed parts of the tentacle, and it eats it.
Ew. And makes it moldy.
Oh.
All right, well.
Maybe I need a bucket for this Let's Play too.
Yeah, because I can't help you on this one. I don't know where all the gory moments are.
No, you can't.
Okay, so...
I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. We're just gonna be a really gory moment in this Let's Play. You're just gonna look over at me, and I'm just gonna be like,
Okay, so how do I switch? So apparently we can use Gahara on this one. How do I switch between? Oh, okay. Well, that did it. Okay.
You were saying it right. It's Gerbera because
Gerbera, that's what he's saying.
yeah.
Oh yeah. See, this is why I kind of want Dante gameplay. I want to see new devil arms, but Nero never really had them. Because he would have hand editions that he would get.
I'm sure that you will see. I'm sure we'll get some Dante gameplay in.
I hope so. Like, I really hope he might be dead where they're at in the intro, but it would make me really sad if I didn't play as Dante. Press, if you've lost your... Oh, that's helpful. So if you lose your way, this was a problem in our Let's Plays. Now we have something that can... we have a button that can tell us where the next objective is.
I like that. Like, I like when they do that in games. I know some people
That's like my one regret of our Let's Plays.
Oh, that was creepy. You turned the corner and it was just like, hi. No, I like when games show you where to go because it's the developer's way of saying, hey, we want you to explore. We obviously made this world big enough for you to explore, but you're going to get lost. Let us help you. And I hate how there are some people who are like, who don't like that because it takes away from their exploration or...
It doesn't.
And no, it
think
doesn't.
it does, but it doesn't.
I think it's just one of those things that people need to complain about because they have to complain about something because they're just sad and angry and it's the only way that they're able to...
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, it's just how they're able to wake up in the morning. Which, I mean, I always say... Find something that gets, believe in something that's going to get you up and get you on your feet and keep you moving, but
okay,
make that something that makes you like happy and not angry.
Here's another thing I'm really liking, and I want to point this out because I've played in the harder difficulties. I don't know if you've done that with Bayonetta or if you've picked up Devil May Cry in your own time, but if you play in the harder difficulties, it encourages you as far as gameplay to get S ranks in your demon killing. Why? Because you get what are called stylish points, which actually add to things like red orbs that you get from the battle.
Yeah, I've noticed that as we've completed missions.
When you go into the easier difficulties, you don't get access to this because like they nerf down what the stylish points do. But in this case, they're not doing that right now. I'm getting the benefit, and I'm playing on the, guys, Herdker mode is easy mode, so make fun of us if you want. But I'm playing on the normal mode, and it's not, for lack of a better term, punishing me for doing it, which is to me a blessing as far as I'm concerned, because some people don't want to play in Dante Must Die mode. That's something to do that's fun every now and then, but it's not fun to everybody.
The only time I've ever played like a hardcore mode was Master Quest for Wind Waker HD.
Yeah.
It was fun, and I did it because I knew that I could do it because I have played Wind Waker enough times.
And more importantly, you did it because you wanted to do it. One of the things that actually kind of bugs me about YouTube right now is especially in the Let's Play community, there is such a stigma to playing at the hardest difficulty possible. Like, me and Andrea have been seeing this on Kingdom Hearts, for the Kingdom Hearts community. Like, people are getting shunned because they're not playing on the vaunted critical mode, which is the hardest. And they're not, they're not crying themselves to sleep every night because they can't beat the bosses anymore. And
I had a hard time with the bosses on the normal mode. Are you kidding me?
But one of those things is like, the other thing that annoys the crap out of me, they love the game critics because, they obviously play the hardest modes, right? I hate to be the guy to spoil it for you, but they play on easy mode so they can do their story rankings.
Oh my
So they
gosh.
played on the easier modes. So does that make you feel dirty inside? It shouldn't. It's stupid to think of it that way.
This again?
I know. Nero, I'm right there with you. I don't want to put the tentacle baby in there.
Speaking of gross babies,
That's... What are you going to say about my kids?
no, stop. I'm talking about Death Stranding. How
Oh my gosh. Are you
How-
going to get that?
how out of the blue, like, for years now, Okay, like, I need to go on a little bit of a rant here because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to cover this on Geek News at some point, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be there to actually rant about it, so I'm going to do it now. Here we are years, and even last year get some like flimsy gameplay video of Death Stranding and still have no fucking idea, when we're gonna get the game, what the game is about. We just dubbed it the like delivery sim and called it a day. And
Yep.
out of nowhere, we get a release date trailer.
Well, that's normal of Kojima, though.
It's, oh my gosh.
Oh, no. I don't want to do your secret missions, okay? I think if I step through that door, it's a secret mission.
You are absolutely right, my friend.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I didn't break the mirrors, so no 7 days bad luck. No, actually, I'm going to kind of agree with you. Out of nowhere did that release date trailer came.
And this was like weeks, and I mean, this is still, I know E3 is next week, but this is still weeks before E3, so it's like you could not have waited a couple more weeks. Like that, well, wait, no, Sony's not going to be at E3.
Yeah, Sony's not going to be there.
Okay, that
so-
makes sense. Okay. Well, never mind. That makes more sense now that I'm...
No, but Kojima
saying
could
it
go there
out
with
loud.
Microsoft. I think that's... No, never mind. Death Stranding is exclusive.
Yeah, Death Stranding is a PS game.
So, yeah, I guess that makes sense that they would debut that so they don't have to worry about it later.
Can I also make another statement about E3?
Yes.
Not really looking forward to it this year.
Yeah, we've actually gotten a little bit of clout for this, but I don't think we're going to be giving as much coverage to E3 this year. I'm actually not going to go out of my way to watch a lot of the conferences.
I mean, my husband and I, we will, oh, I guess that's not starting the secret mission. That
No,
was
it
where
didn't.
you literally had to go. I mean, my husband and I, we will probably watch Microsoft because, like, Microsoft and Nintendo because,
Yeah.
because we want to, because that's what we will do, but I don't really have any interest in watching Bethesda.
I can already tell you guys that me and Andrea are going to be watching Square Enix and Nintendo.
Yes.
Just because we are very interested in Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. We're hoping that gets shown there. As well as we're going to look at the 7 remake there.
Yeah,
Which I have a few thoughts on that I would like to share with you too.
Yes.
But
I'm
also
als-
we're interested in the unveiling of the unannounced Avengers project that they're working
yeah, because it's the same exact team that made the Tomb Raider series.
Supposedly, yeah.
The
And a
same
lot of
exact
people. And
team.
by the way, for the record, before people start putting this in the comments and going, "We already know what that is. It's Ultimate Alliance 3." No, different team. Different team. So Ultimate Alliance 3 was confirmed. It is not the Avengers project that they were working on. This is something completely different, and I think it is the original Tomb Raider team.
And then I'm also
So not Big Boobed Lara, but the original 2013 reboot.
yeah, the Tomb Raider, like the Tomb Raider
which
that
Shadow
I've been,
and
it's
Rise don't like. There were a couple of people that left to go work on other projects, so they weren't there for Rise and Shadow. But this is them coming back together.
that makes me really excited. And then I also want to watch Ubisoft because they're going to properly show off Watch Dogs 3.
Oh, is that actually happening?
That's actually happening and it's taking place in London.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm kind of tempted to watch Ubisoft, but only for Beyond Good and Evil 2, just to see if they have any more announcements for that. But that's really because I kind of want to avoid Ubisoft this year. Like it's enjoyable for you, but I have, and I'm not knocking you for that.
Yeah.
But the latest Assassin's Creeds and a lot of that stuff, aside from Beyond Good and Evil 2, have just not caught my fancy with Ubisoft.
you know, like, and that's a case of hit and miss for the player and not so much the company, because Nathan has played through Origins and that was
There must have been like a red orb cluster right above.
Nathan has played through Origins and the most recent one, Odyssey. Like, he's been playing through the DLC with that as well, and they've been absolutely remarkable. But I mean, they're not going to be a game for everybody, and I think players need to recognize that just because a game doesn't tickle their fancy or doesn't really stand out to them doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad game or that the company failed.
Right now, my issue with Assassin's Creed and kind of my issue with a lot of games that are coming out from North American developers is I'm sick and tired of the 1 year cycle.